Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Laz Jr. Do me one favor, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel, I would gladly appreciate it. Also hit the like button because that helps the algorithm. And please hit the notification bell because that lets you know when I have a new video. Ebony K Williams responds to backlash from the comment that the doctor asked her about would she drive a bus driver. Excuse me, would she date a bus driver? Let's get into it.
Thank the culture for making my interview with Dr. Iyanla Vanzant one of the most popular and actively engaged content offerings the Griot has produced. So before I tell you my thoughts, let's replay the clip that had some of y'all deep into your feelings.
Shout out to the Griot.
I do want you to speak, Iyanla, to how women need to, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes, they're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if
a bus
he owns
driver?
the bus? If he owns
No.
it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Now let's address the response to the interview and what some of y'all are calling a backlash. So let me be clear. First, I am a professional disruptor. So backlash is my business. And I will always take it on the chin for the sake of advancing the work, conversation, or movement. So know that I am completely unfazed by the onslaught of nasty comments, wishing me a sad, lonely, bitter existence until my untimely death. Now, that is some weird energy to be wishing onto a black woman, especially one who has dedicated her life to the liberation of black folk. But, whatever, I guess, go off. See, I wanted to talk about how do we close the gap between black women who do show up in a so-called masculine posture, those of us that are providing and building and protecting due to circumstances that we might feel.
Okay, so she did the video with the she did the interview with the doctor, and they talked about some things. I saw this video. Go back and watch this video of her talking to the doctor about some things, and I like the fact that she kept it real. The doctor kept it real. She said a lot of things that I liked. Yeah, so go and check that out. I'm not dissing this woman in no way. I'm just here to just touch on some things throughout the video. She is masculine, and she stated that in that interview. You can look at her and tell through how she talks, her demeanor. She's an attractive sister. She's smart. She's educated. She's a go-getter from what I can tell. And, she's pretty sharp with her words and things of that nature. She's not feminine. She's not feminine. And you've heard some of the things that she said, that she'll take it on the chin. That's something a man would say. She talked about protecting and providing. That's a man's job. It's not a woman's job. But because she grew up that way, that's how she thinks mentally. And it's hard to be debriefed in this time in her life because she's 40 years old, I believe. Let's get back into it.
Make us feel that if we don't do it for ourselves, we will have to go without the resources and protections we need to feel safe in this world. But Dr. Iyanla went in a different direction. She asked me a personal question. And y'all know I have been extremely transparent about the fact that my life choices and my chosen lifestyle are far outside of the norm. So when I said that I would date the bus owner, a lot of y'all heard something different. Some of you heard the following: bus drivers are whack. Bus drivers are broke. Oh, and I'm too good for a bus driver. The only thing is, y'all made that part up. See, I said what I said. But then some of y'all started talking about salaries and hourly wages, pensions and benefits. And that's wild because I was never talking about money at all. I was talking about black ownership. But some of y'all made it about money. I'm talking about ownership, Black enterprise, and entrepreneurship, because really I am talking about Black liberation. And if you read my book, you'll understand why. So I'm standing 10 toes down on that position, and I don't really care if you're hurt or offended by it. And since some of y'all are already big mad, let me go ahead and make you incensed. So out of the 50,000 plus comments posted on social, I only saw a handful that even considered the possibility of a bus owner being a more aspirational position and recognizing that I am actually speaking and pouring into the ascension of Black men when I said what I said. But see, no, some of y'all were too busy naming and shaming me personally and Black women in general as undesirable, gold diggers, and much worse. Now, I suspect that some of y'all are the same men that were bringing home C's and D's on your report cards, only to then be coddled by parents that said, well, that's okay, as long as you're doing your best. Well, listen, I love and believe in the excellence of Black men. So no, my dear, C's and D's or any other form of mediocrity is not okay. No, I will not create a soft place for you or anybody that I love to fall comfortably into the bigotry of low expectations. So I'm going to say one more time, there's absolutely nothing wrong with driving a bus. My mother Gloria drove one for years. But could it be that Black America has been sold a narrative of average, regular, and typical being good enough for us? Well, see, that's called white supremacy. And in this case, it takes the form of conditioning Black Americans to happily accept being a permanent American underclass. But see, because I know the truth about Black folk in America, no, average is not and will never be good enough for me. And the gag...
I'm done. I had enough. White supremacy, I mean, wow. She took it to a whole nother level. And you see, when the doctor asked her a question, this is what she did. She knows that in this business, online, people are going to react to what you said. You know that. So why respond to this? Why? It's helping your channel. So why respond? That's one of the things Captain Samuels did not do. He didn't beef with nobody because he knew what was going to happen. He was already getting tons of backlash from the people in our culture. Now she's saying she know the culture and she's generalizing her own people. Everybody is not like what she's saying. No, that's not true. Everybody is entitled to her opinion. Ebony K Williams, she's entitled to her opinion as well. She's a beautiful sister. She's smart. But a lot of stuff that she just said, I did not like. That's okay. She said she'll take it on the chin. Basically saying she'll take it like a man. It's who she is. And you got to respect that. Well, I gave you my thoughts on it. So that's that with that. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Please comment. I would gladly appreciate it. Want to read it, want to know what you have to say about this woman. Please be respectful. That's it for me. God bless.